What better way to start this episode with our youth intake? I haven't seen one this good for a while. Let's have a look. Make myself small. Here we are. Look at that. Whenever you see more than probably 2 people in that top category, scenes. We'll flick through them. Paolo Foglia. What is he about then? Let's have a little look. He's a winger. Really good finishing. Can also play up front. Probably more of a striker for me. I mean, just that finishing alone. 6'1" already at 16. Could grow. I don't know. Can they grow? I have no idea. Left-footed, which is interesting as well. I like that. Level-headed. Unambitious. 5 determination as well. Let's just hope he's... Yeah, I mean, he probably ain't going to work very hard to get there, but let's just hope he's a naturally gifted player. Filip Urbanj from Slovenia. I like him too. Right foot, it's very small, 5'5". Good work rate, really good determination. Okay finishing, not mega fast. 9 acceleration, 8 pace. So small and not fast, and not strong. He's got a weird combination. I like him though. Ishmael, centre back. Really good for me. 15 determination, 6'2", very, very good on 1 foot at least. Decent work rate, good tackling, okay passing, good marking, all right heading. Could be really, really one to keep an eye out on. Really good. Nico Reyes as well. Unambitious again, a 5 determination, but looks like an absolute stud. Got some good stats in there for 16 years old. Another one to keep an eye out on, I'm sure. We'll obviously offer all these goals, contracts straight away. Another winger, or Pepe Alvarez. Not too much to write home about. More determined than the other one, and more or less both-footed as well, which is interesting. Not much to report on. More or less an average player, but again, another decent prospect apparently. Pepe Juan, a defensive winger, also can play centre mid and left mid. Slow as fudge and 5'3". What is this intake? Very determined, professional. What do you compare him to in real football? Like, where he's not naff. I mean, and he isn't. Well, his physicals need some work. Let's just say that. Hopefully, pop him in the gym. There's something about him though. I like his marking and passing. He's got decent defensive stats. That's probably why they're describing him as a defensive winger. But like, that's like a box to box. Possibly, I don't know. Yeah. He needs to just work on his physicals though, because he wouldn't be anywhere near that. Elias, low self-belief. I didn't even click on him, and just lovely. Low self-belief, outspoken, not really determined. Good flair though, very tricky player. And Sergi is our right back, who looks very good actually. Very harsh rating, decent determination, very good bravery, relatively fast. 15 as well. God, kids, honestly, just all of them, very much just kids. It's a good haul. It's definitely a good haul. I like Filip Urbanj. He's interesting, 5'5", very strange. I think Urbanj, Foglia, and Ishmael are probably the ones to look out for. The rest, they're all going to get contracts at the end of the day, 100%. Yeah, I hope I've actually set this to be done. It's usually you get the head of youth to do this. I'll just show you quickly if you don't know, but more or less, he'll always sort this out. You go to responsibilities, contracts. Oh, sorry, transfers and contracts. Contracts. Yeah. For under 18s, head of youth development. I particularly like doing it. I believe we changed our director of football, if you hadn't seen, as well. Cost us a lot of money to do this, but I wanted to upgrade that role. It was still the guy who started with the club and found this regen who was just unbelievable. 17. Not the best negotiator, but I like the talent ID. That's the most important thing for me. But either way, they'll all be offered contracts, and we'll get into the. I'll join you for the Sevilla game. I'm going to play the Sporting off camera, and then we'll get to the last 2 games of the season and recap the season, which has been a very successful one. So I'll join you for the Sevilla game. I'll show you the highlights maybe of the Sporting game if it's eventful. Don't think we're going to be challenging for Europe. I just want to wrap this episode up, talk about the season, look at our budget. Hope you enjoyed looking over the youth players. It's probably the first time I've shown them. But to be fair, it's the only time there's been worth anything to show. It's been pretty naff. But pester your board for youth upgrades. Pester. Youth recruitment, junior coaching, youth facilities. Get it all going, because it's the fruits of our labour. That's 2 years of pestering the board, and we finally got a couple of prospects 2-3 years down the line could be turning out for us in the first team. You never know. It's a hard journey. Out of that crop of 25 that come in, if you get one player, you've done well. That's just the ruthlessness of academy football, honestly. Either way, that's really depressing. You don't need that. Right, back for the Sevilla game. Hello everyone, welcome back. Sevilla game. I have changed my shirt. It is another day. It's taken me a few days to record this one, so just had a few things going on. Funeral in the family, never good, is it? Either way, I was happy looking at one of the kids, and then things happen. But that's life sometimes, isn't it? Either way, never mind all that. Sevilla at home, looking okay. I mean, I can't actually remember. Where are we in the table? Okay, where's the maths? Hold on. We're 6 points away with 2 games in hand. So if we win, we'll be on 62, correct? No, we'll be on 61. We can't get 7th, unfortunately, but it looks like, do you know what? Let's have a good end to the season. Let's not worry about that. We'll get into the game now anyway, so we ain't got to really worry about too much. I think that's mightily impressive. It's a top 10 finish in our first year. I didn't realise it was mathematically impossible. I generally thought we stood in a chance, but apparently not. Either way, I think with the quality of the team we have, we've done an outstanding job. And I kept saying it last episode. Maybe I was beating the drum a bit too much, but I am really happy with how this season went. I think the most important thing about this episode is what's our budget going to be next year? What have we got to work with? Where can we upgrade? I think that's quite an easy question. Where can we upgrade? Pretty much everywhere. Oh, Kunde, is that? Oh, that could be a red, you know. No, that's a bit dramatic. It's not a red, Frankie. Yeah, not a red. It's just a foul. I thought it was just the way the highlight was going. It was going to be something interesting happen, but clearly not. Never mind, eh? Yeah, no, I'm just excited to see the budget. I want to see what we can do. Bring a few people in. Obviously, bring a fair few in. I'm expecting. I'd hope so. Anyway, Torben Ryan, nearly again. Pulled one out last episode. If you didn't watch it, I implore you to go back and watch. He pulled out 3 worldies, honestly, in one episode. It wasn't in the recorded game, sadly, but the actual highlights I showed before I went into the live games for that episode, unbelievable. Someone we have to make decisions on. So we've got a few people we have to make decisions on. Torben Ryan, I think, for a couple million is a no-brainer, but we don't know our budget, so I don't want to say, yeah, I'll bring him in 100%, because we've got the WILFRIED one to worry about, 13.25 million. I did it because it looked like a fantastic deal at the time. I'm adamant well, he is just pending wage. I don't know what his wage demands are going to be. I really haven't got a clue. I'm not a clue. If they're 80k, we're not going to do it, are we? We're clearly not going to have a chance, are we? So you never know. Either way, lots to think about. I must say, we've performed very admirably this game. We're probably going to concede now because I've mentioned it. Of course we do. But I was just saying, we was on fire. We were not on fire. You know, we had lots of shots, good peppering their goal, and they've gone 1-0 up as soon as I mention it with their first shot of the game. I might look to do another tactical change round. Maybe the third in 4 years? I don't know how many years we're in now. But I like to keep things fresh. I feel like the Ibiza party bus formation has done wonders for us. But in my off time, I am also playing a Roma save, which I'm quite enjoying at the moment. And not stumbled onto one there, but I think I've found something which could easily transfer over. Just involves dropping a striker and going for 2 attacking mids instead, which is something I'm very open to do. Obviously, securing Cherky for another year on loan was fantastic. We can bring another attacking midfielder to complement him. Could be something I look into do, but I don't know. We'll figure things out. It is all crucial. I don't know, obviously, what we're going to get given and where it's time to stop being a bit sentimental over a few of these players and upgrade in key areas. But it's hard, you know. These boys got me up the league. They've got me into a top 10 of the La Liga finish as well. Well, regardless what happens in these couple of episodes, I'm pretty sure. But either way, it doesn't really matter too much. It's just, yeah, they've done admirably. Obviously, got to shout out some of our signings. This WILFRIED. Oh, he's done it again. Another one for the sticker book. If these are his last couple of games with us, he's going out of a bang. That is 28, I think, for the season. I couldn't count and I didn't see, but it's 20 something. I was just going to run through a few people we've signed this season, why it's been such a good season. WILFRIED's obviously top of the list. Torben Ryan's been fantastic as well on loan, and hopefully that'll be a permanent. Handro Ariana, it's got to be a good shout. Rocky Bashiri's coming admirably when he has to. Other than that, there hasn't been that many transfers. We didn't get a lot of money, did we? Spent the majority of it loaning in WILFRIED. I remember some questions whether it was worthwhile to spend half our budget on a striker, especially a young, unproven striker. He's come in and he's lethal. He's the reason we are in the top half of this league. We needed the goal scorer and he provided. Also, a massive, big praise goes to Christian Herrera, who really stepped up in this division. Marquez is playing today just due to fitness, but probably his last season with us, Herrera. I'm not looking to actively sell him. He's not on a lot of wages and his value is nothing. It doesn't really matter to me. WILFRIED, 2-1. Get in there, WILFRIED. 2-1 up on Sevilla now. But yeah, his value's not that high. His wage isn't that high. It's not worth really selling him that much. Like, it doesn't make a difference to us. And talking of, let's bring the man on himself. But he can't start. He can't. If we have any ambitions of getting into that European football places, he can't start for us. He really can't. As much as he's a good player, it's not really. We're reaching the point where we need to try and elevate now. And I'm adamant we can do it. It is a shame, There's a few. Our goal difference being 16 is so much better than teams around us. Obviously, I think Sevilla's is not Sevilla, sorry. Atletico's is a shade better. But you remember, if you think back, we did actually beat Atletico 3-0 away in probably our most famous victory of this season. Is that a goal? Probably is. I think that was onside. Come on. Awarded. Yeah, I did think it was. Either way, it looks like they've snatched a point at the end of it, but it's still a very, very proud performance of them. It's our last home game of the season, obviously, and they're. I was going to not be too harsh with them, but assistant recommends punishment swiftly every time we. Honestly, youthful Ibiza makes me laugh. Either way, did they actually get a budget? It's worth checking in case I missed the news item, and it has been a few days since I played the save. No, not yet. Okay, well, we'll come back for the Betis game. Betis, not Betis. That's not really. That's very English of me. Shouldn't say that. Either way, we'll be back for that game, and we'll wrap the season up and go through a few the typical end of season stuff, and then back to you in a second. And here we are, last game of the season. Feels like it's swung by very quickly. Not too much interesting happening with the league that can happen. Valencia and Sociedad are fighting out for fourth place. If I go to the stage of the actual league here, you can see anyone between Alaves, Sporting, or Espanyol can actually go down, which is interesting. Obviously, a lot of relegation stuff happening today. They're recommending quite a fair few changes just due to fitness, but I'm going to be a bit sentimental and play a few players who I don't think will probably be here next year. So, Sifu, 100% got to play. What a man. Alex Galvez as well. No point playing a lone player who probably won't be here past this season. I want to give a few people. Jonas Martin is 100% leaving as well. Lozano, I don't see the point. Let's just put him in this. Where should we put him here? Yeah, let's put Martin in the advanced playmaker role. Cool. Look at Temeneskov's return while being out on loan, just slightly above my head. 17 goals in 30. Probably won't play for us ever again. Not horrible. He served a purpose, didn't he? He very much did last year. Yeah, bless him. Manny Molina, I would have played, but I loaned him out just to get some wages off the bill. Do you know what? That'll do. I'm happy with that. We'll play a few of these. The Galvin and Seafield at the back. It's proper old back four, that is, with Leif Davis there, but he's a bit unfit today. I would play him too, but no point. But he ain't going anywhere, hopefully. Christian Marquez, I've combined him. Pedro Marquez getting the game. Someone who's probably not going to be here next year. 4 appearances starting, 22 off the bench, 3 goals. Not a great return. And WILFRIED, obviously, pending whether he'll be here past this game as well. So it's a bit of we haven't got anything to play for, really. Like, obviously, you want to win every game, don't you? But come on, it doesn't matter too much. Just play some of our older boys who've got us here. And here we go. We're into the game. No, massive expectations on this game. We'd like to see some of the players who served us so well get a really good send-off and hopefully put in a good performance. Love to see Sifu pick up a goal, as rare as that would be. But you've got to remember the early days of those inverted wing-back performances where he was scoring and assisting every other week. Magical times. Got us up that league. Didn't get promoted that year. When we went to a more sensible formation, we did go up with a canter. With a canter, we really did. And he was instrumental in that season. A bit on Galvez as well. Probably one of the best ball playing defenders we've had. Um, well, for me in this game, the ratings I know it's the second division of Spain. There's nothing to write home about, but the ratings he was putting in as a ball playing defender was absurd. Like 7.4s every game, more or less. And he wasn't a spring chicken then. Obviously, he's 34 now, but he was 32 and 33 in our good years. And yeah, fantastic. Talking of making it, that was a fantastic interception from Sifu there, stopping that being a goal. He tackled from behind and everything. You have to get that right if you go in for it, and he definitely did. We are getting peppered though. Like our goal is getting barraged here. Ryan, Riedewald. Oh, Pedro Marquez going for a slide tackle. Toljan, backstick, Canales over the bar. By the way, this isn't about the result. Just want to make sure we put on a good performance for people, but we are literally under the cosh here. Bellman, very, very good authoritative claim there. But yeah, lots on my mind at the moment. Don't know about a tactical switch. Obviously, personnel is a massive point that I'm trying to figure out, but it's hard to do that when you haven't got the budget yet, but we'll figure that out. It is a bit sad seeing a few of these names. Obviously, you won't see them again. They're not dying. It's just I don't plan to play them. Pedro Marquez, bending effort, rolling back the year. I was going to say years, but he was pretty much only good last year, wasn't he? Javi Sanchez heads away. This is one of our proper underdog performances already. I can smell it. Oh, Marquez, come on. Braithwaite, Toljan. They have an interesting team, don't they? Matson back to keeper. Bellman clears away. Straight back to Toljan. Jeremy Toljan is a bit of a pest on that right hand side for us. Diego Lames. I was going to say that's a fantastic goal. We knocked it behind him with it. It looks like he back-heeled it and just spun. Yeah, I mean, literally, as you can see there, I literally just paused quickly. But look at this goal difference here. We're on plus 15. Everyone below us is minus by heavy, heavy margins. So defensively, we weren't that bad this year. That's not the reason we obviously didn't get into those European places. I'm putting it down to just a distinct lack of quality in some of these games where we're just outshadowed by better teams around us. Do you know what, though? I'm not as scared as La Liga as I was when we were trying to get promoted into it. There's not much making up the difference between the rest of the teams. We're right in the pack, and we haven't really even had a few good windows to strengthen yet. Like we're in that we're in that European football chasing pack. And it didn't take too much to get there. With a bit of investment, the right signings, picking up maybe a few players for the future to make sure we're setting ourselves forward. We can't always just sign the ready player. We can't afford the ready player. If they can do everything, they're probably playing for a bigger team than ours. So we need to buy them young, roughly, I think, between 18 to 23, and hopefully, I mean, at the end of the world, we need to start. End of the world. Wow, I'm getting depressing today. End of the day, we need to be able to sign players and hopefully sell them on for a profit because we're not a megally rich club. The TV money is pretty good in this division, but the money we need to put us into contention, I think, for challenging top four and, well, God forbid, even the league is going to require a lot of money. So definitely we're going to start needing to sell players, buy to sell, obviously. And it's a hard thing to do because obviously you need transition players with any successful save. You need those players who get you to where you need to be, and then you need to sell them to buy the players who can get you to that next step. But it's very hard to do, and where to pinpoint who those players are and when you can do it. And on a separate note, I don't know if anyone enjoying the transfer window so far. As a Spurs fan, I very much am. I think Perisic, Basuma, and Fraser Forster some good business. Obviously, Forster's just a backup keeper, but I think Basuma and Perisic, they come into our team straight away, which is really interesting. I've not seen Tottenham. I wouldn't even say those three signings are particularly ambitious yet. Signing players for the first team really isn't something we've been partial to as being Spurs fans. We are shopping at Lidl usually, trying to get a membership to Harrods, which is I feel like that Champions League qualification was so important. Mainly for keeping Conte, which is step one of becoming a big club with successful ambitions and, actually achieving those ambitions, you need a world-class manager. Not always, obviously. Di Matteo won the Champions League and he's been unemployed for 7 years. Like, it's not always the rule, is it? He's naff, clearly. But you know what I mean. Long-term success is built on a good manager. Not even a great... I mean, we're lucky we have a great manager. I mean, if he never won another game, he'd probably always be considered a great manager. I don't know, off the top of my head, I don't know if he's won the Champions League as of yet. But he's certainly a very good league specialist. 1-0 down. When I chat about Tottenham, we start losing. How is Seafood playing Galvez? They're all right. It's an average game so far. We didn't look like, Noto's picked up a knock. Hopefully it's not terrible. We might need him. He couldn't get on the end of that ball, sadly. Rui Silva, a long punt. It's nice seeing Galvez and Seafood play together. Diego Lainez is giving them the spin, though. Honestly, giving a header swivel. Miranda, Braithwaite, headed away again. Pedro Marquez dropping deep as he typically does. Sweeps up any loose balls. Told you it's been such a pain for us though. And it's 2-0 down. William Jose again. God, that's a strange. He was on loan at Wolves last year, and I don't think he got a kick at the ball. Honestly, it was so interesting. Just a weird transfer. We'll take WILFRIED off. Actually, he's just injured. Let's make it other sub as well. The Qualion. Is that a good idea? No, he's okay. He's only slightly. And Christian Herrera. Could be his last game too. So let's bring him on. Swap him out for Marquez. Give him the run out he deserves. They have a decent team though. Canales, Almiron. Very interesting. The Iglesias, Lainez, Jose, Carvalho. Pizella, I like. Matt Miazga is it's a really strange back four, but it's a decent team. It's a decent team. Betis. A lot lower than they probably should be. Obviously, we're on 59. We're 16 points clear of them, with them beating us right now, which is insane. So 19 points before this game. Ryan's got a bit of space to run into now. Plays through Herrera. Gets to the byline. Squares in. Ryan Cherky. 2-1. Not bad. We'll stick on very attacking just because it's the last game of the season. Who knows? Could get a nice little point to add on to our tally. But that's a fantastic goal. And one assist for Christian Herrera. Could be his last game for the club. And he's brought up a nice contribution. If that is his farewell, that's nice. Not bad. A 2-1 loss is what it is. The season all wrapped up. The best performer was Herrera, apparently, who come off the bench, which is nice. We'll tell him we're proud of the efforts. In general, I'm proud of the efforts all season. And now we get to the dreaded. Oh, it's only a small injury for him anyway. Either way, Alaves did go down in the end. Espanyol and Sporting survived. So yeah, 3 teams to definitely pick the carcass from. If there's anyone of interest, I generally haven't looked as of yet, but it's something I'll be straight onto. You know what? I'll click for. Oh, here we are. I was going to say I'll click forward until we get to this, but here we are. End of season review. No trophies, sadly. We don't get any trophy icons here. New arrivals. Let's see what they think of these people. Wow. What are they talking about? WILFRIED, 27 goals and 3 assists in 35 games. They give it an E because it was a bit expensive. Do you know why it was expensive? Because he's really, really good. Amir Gojek, A+. Lovely. That's hilarious. Ha ha ha. He played 7 times, 16 off the bench, 2 goals, 3 assists. Really good rating when he did play. Didn't play too much though. Torben Ryan, they don't like that. Doesn't represent great value for money, and he had a better season than Amir Gojek. I don't understand. The ratings are just pointless. Redan, I agree. That was a bit of a waste of time. Handro Ariana, really good. Debut season for him. 2 goals, 6 assists, 6.9 rating. Wasn't as good as that. Wasn't as good as a rating as I thought he deserved. I thought he played really well. Whenever I saw him, I thought he was playing well. You can obviously attest to that. Bashiri, 10 assists, no, I wish. 10 appearances, 8 off the bench, decent rating. Bunguro Kamara, didn't really play, but 7 games isn't bad for a backup goalie. Leif Davis, 400 grand, obviously not a lot of money. Played 36 games, 1 goal, 6 assists. I think that's a very, very admirable return from Leif. Pereira didn't play too much, 15 games. Well, he did actually, fair play to him, but he didn't impose himself as much as I thought he would. 15 games, 10 off the bench, of course. 1 goal, 2 assists, nothing major. Sedilia, not much. Matson, not much. Kratzik didn't play. And Yad did not play either. So in terms of what about transfers out? Well, I reckon they don't really care. Yasin Fakir loans out. That doesn't really matter. Season top goal scorer was WILFRIED, which is fantastic. Good for him. We finished 8th in the end. What was the moments to remember for us? Biggest win, 5-1 Alaves. Match to remember, 3-1 win against Sociedad. Not sure as to why. And goal of the season was Torben Ryan's curling shot, which I showed you last episode. If you want to go watch that, go back and have a look. Annual revenue up. So just our general sponsorship is up from 400 grand to about 1.2 million. Broadcast revenue from 6 to 33 million, which is insane. Corporate doubled. No competition prize money. And matchday commercial was up about 70 odd grand, which is pretty good. Our top shirts in the quality over there, Gojak, Pereira, Herrera and Lozano. Very interesting Cherky's not there. He's been here a couple of years. I know he's on loan, but surely they're buying this shirt. Yeah, not sure actually about that one. Accolades, not really. Well, fans player of the season, WILFRIED. Young player of the season, WILFRIED. Simon season, Gojak, whatever. Rhyme with the goal season, top goal scorer, WILFRIED. Most assists, Christian Herrera. Decent. Most player of the match, WILFRIED. Highest average rating, WILFRIED. Most passes completed per 90, Hunter Ariana. Very, very nice. Oh, and that's a decent record high. Yep, I would think it would be. This is our best 11. Let's have a look who's in it. Bellman, Sifu, Sanchez, Galvez, Leaf Davis, Molina, Martin, Raul Sanchez, Cherky, Niquali, and Noto. Yeah, pretty interesting. This is our new club vision expectation. High tempo, defensively solid. All right. Possession, entertaining. Can do that. Avoid a relegation battle is the aim next season, which is really, really, not ambitious, but that's good because you never know. I know we finished top half this season, but you really, really never know. Where are we going to go? Let's go England, eh? Why not? Top goal scorer, manager of the year. We got second manager of the year. That's not bad at all. I thought we did a cracking job, and obviously they agree. Sadly, did Barca win the league? Because if so, well done, Xavi. Yeah, they did. They won it by 11 points. Fair play. Probably well deserved. But I think second place in manager of the year isn't bad at all, is it? Did WILFRIED get in the team this season? That is cool. So if this was the fictional world, obviously, of Ultimate Team, you'd have a team this season, Ibiza, WILFRIED and Noto. Or I'm scared to we're going to need to learn to make sure. Yeah, cool. I was scared to what to say then. I was just reading it through. Anyway, go through that. I don't know. Oh, budget. Oh, scary. Let's have a look. 8 million. That's not a lot. It is more than last season, and the wage is 475, which is all right. That's bundles. They've doubled our wage bill basically. Look, we can push that up to wherever we really want. I mean, realistically, 17 is not a terrible thing, but either way, we've got a couple of players coming in. Obviously, Rafael Leao is probably just going to be a reserve player, nothing crazy. Shane Lavery is definitely an option up front. That pressing forward we signed on the free contract who's coming in now. He's off the back of a 12-goal season. I know it's League One, but something in these stats just stuck out to me. And we're forced to move to a different stadium. Since we can't expand the current stadium to Ricardo, we need to relocate to different grounds for the foreseeable future. Where are we going to be for a while? So we can't upgrade our stadium. Maybe it's just too small. The island of Ibiza can't contain us anymore. We're going to be off to mainland, I guess. Or probably Canary Islands, realistically. But who knows? Either way, I think it's a good time to end it here. What a season it's been. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you've watched, you've caught up with where we are up to as of now. Might be like a week break before the new episode. I'm going to take my time with these transfers and try and nail it as much as I can. I really appreciate you watching. Thank you for joining me for this season. My name's Frank. This is To Be Frank, and I'll join you for the next episode of the Ibiza Say. Bye-bye.